How many pieces of yourself would you trade away to never feel invisible again? By the end of tonight's story, you'll be counting yours. And trust me, the number will shock you. Meet Maya Rodriguez, 24 years old, sitting in her clean apartment, staring at her phone screen. 73 likes on her latest post. Not bad, but not great either. See, Maya has built her entire life around being everyone's favorite person. Top student in high school, honor roll in college, employee of the month 3 times in a row. But here's something that'll make your skin crawl. Maya has never, not once, made a decision based on what she actually wants. Every choice, every word, every smile has been carefully planned to get approval from others. Tonight, that plan is about to backfire in the worst possible way. It starts with a family dinner. Maya sits across from her parents, playing the perfect daughter act she's been doing for 20 years.
Maya, your cousin Jessica called today. She's dropping out of law school to become some kind of artist.
Can you believe how selfish that is? After everything her parents did for her.
Maya watches her parents, faces fill with disgust. She sees the exact look she spent her entire life trying to avoid. And something clicks in her brain. A terrible understanding hits her like a truck. This is what happens when you let people down. This is what rejection looks like. That night, Maya makes her first real decision. She's going to become so valuable that nobody will ever look at her that way. Not through being good at things. Through knowing things about people. It begins with her roommate, Sophie.
Maya, can I tell you something personal? Promise you won't tell anyone.
Sophie tells Maya she's been having panic attacks so bad she can barely go to work some days. Maya nods and says all the right things. But inside her head, she's doing math. 3 days later, during a phone call with her parents, the perfect moment arrives.
How's Sophie doing? She looked tired last time we saw her.
Maya stops talking. She could protect Sophie's secret. Or she could become the family expert on everyone's private business. Guess which one wins? Maya shares just enough to sound caring and observant. Not the whole truth, but enough to make herself look like the thoughtful daughter who pays attention. The feeling is instant and amazing. Her parents hang on every word she says. She's not just their kid anymore. She's their inside source. And Maya discovers something scary about herself. She loves having this power over people. Within weeks, Maya becomes the go-to person for gossip in every group she knows. Friends start telling her their deepest secrets, thinking she's someone they can trust completely. What they don't know is that Maya has started thinking of these secrets as money in the bank. At work, she overhears her coworker Jake talking about his gambling problem.
I can't control it, Maya. Last night I lost $2,000 on some stupid sports bet. If my wife finds out, she'll divorce me.
Maya gives him a hug and promises to keep quiet. But when promotion time comes around, and Maya and Jake are fighting for the same job, well, let's just say their boss suddenly gets very worried about Jake's decision-making skills. Maya gets the promotion. Jake gets put on probation and has a really awkward talk with human resources. The guilt lasts about 5 minutes. The high from her new job title lasts much longer. But this is where the story gets really twisted. Maya meets Dr. Victoria Cross. Victoria is everything Maya dreams of becoming. Famous professor, published writer, successful consultant. And Victoria sees something in Maya that most people miss.
You have real potential, my dear. Most people go through life making choices with their hearts. But you understand something they don't. People are tools. The only question is whether you're smart enough to use them right.
Victoria becomes Maya's teacher in all the worst ways. She shows Maya how to make people feel special, while taking exactly what she needs from them. How to make herself seem essential to everyone around her. How to make other people's wins feel like favors she's doing for them. The methods are sneaky, smart, and they work like magic. And Maya becomes hooked on the results. She starts using these tricks on everyone. Friends, family, boyfriends. Each time it works, she wants more. But life has a sick sense of humor. Because Maya's about to learn that when you mess with people's feelings, eventually someone messes with yours. Enter Alex. Sweet, honest, completely real Alex, who somehow sees past Maya's fake personality.
You know what I love about you? You're the first person I've met who doesn't seem to need anything from anybody.
The irony is so thick, you could spread it on toast. Maya, who needs everyone's approval like she needs air to breathe, being praised for not needing anyone. But instead of this being her chance to change, Maya does something even more sick. She studies Alex like he's a science project. She learns about his fears, his weak spots, his deepest worries. And she turns even real love into another source of validation. Maya finds out Alex was bullied as a kid for being overweight. So she starts making tiny comments about his eating. Nothing mean, nothing obvious. Just enough to keep him a little worried, a little grateful when she's nice to him. It's emotional warfare dressed up as romance. And it works perfectly. Alex becomes more devoted, more thankful, more willing to do anything to keep Maya happy. But Maya's need for control keeps growing. And Victoria has one last lesson to teach her.
There's a research project coming up. You could co-write a paper with me. It would guarantee your future in academics. There's just one tiny problem.
The problem has a name. David Kim. Smart graduate student who's been working on amazing research for 2 years. Research that would be perfect for Victoria's paper. Research that David stupidly shared with Maya during study sessions, thinking she was his friend.
David's work is exactly what we need. But he's planning to publish it by himself. Too bad when smart students make dumb choices.
Maya gets the hint. She doesn't just steal David's research. She does something way worse. Maya creates fake evidence that makes it look like David stole from her early notes. She builds a story that makes her look like the victim. David's confusion when he gets accused is heartbreaking.
Maya, what's going on? I shared my research with you because I trusted you. How can they say I stole it from you?
Maya looks into David's eyes and sees real confusion, real hurt. She also sees her own face reflected in his tears. And for just a second she stops. This is her last chance to step away from the edge. Her last chance to choose truth instead of approval. Maya opens her mouth and lies.
David, I'm so sorry this is happening. I never thought you would use our friendship like this. I trusted you with my ideas, and now you're saying they're yours.
David's academic career dies that day. His mental health falls apart under the weight of false accusations. But Maya gets everything she ever dreamed of. Co-author credit with Victoria, academic fame, a guaranteed spot in graduate school. The approval feels better than any drug. For about a week. Then something weird starts happening. Maya begins feeling empty inside. Not guilty, not exactly. Just hollow. Like she's gotten everything she thought she wanted, and it tastes like cardboard. But the addiction is too strong to stop now. Maya needs bigger hits, stronger doses of validation. She starts controlling larger groups of people, creating complicated social situations that benefit her. She becomes the person everyone goes to for advice, for comfort, for help. What they don't realize is that Maya is carefully putting herself at the center of every problem, so she can be the hero who fixes it. She creates drama, just so she can solve it. She plants tiny doubts between friends, just so she can help them make up later. Maya has become a master manipulator, and everyone around her is dancing to music they can't even hear. But people who control others have a big problem. Eventually, they run out of people to control. Maya's sister Carmen comes to visit. Sweet, innocent 16-year-old Carmen who still believes people are basically good.
Maya, there's this girl at school who's been saying mean things about me. Should I tell everyone what really happened, or should I just ignore it to avoid making things worse?
Maya looks into her sister's trusting eyes. She sees herself from years ago, before the lying, before the soul-selling started. This is her chance to make things right. She could teach Carmen about being honest, about standing up for what's right, no matter what it costs. She could stop the cycle of manipulation and approval hunting that's eaten her alive. She could save at least one person from becoming the monster she's turned into. Maya opens her mouth.
Carmen, let me teach you something important about how the world actually works. Being honest is nice in theory, but it doesn't get you what you want. What matters is how people see you. Here's what you're going to do.
And Maya starts teaching her baby sister the same manipulation tricks that destroyed her own soul. She tells herself she's preparing Carmen for real life. But deep down, she knows the real truth. She's making sure she'll always have someone who needs her approval, someone she can control. The addiction has become so complete that Maya would rather ruin innocence than risk being unnecessary. 6 months later, Maya sits in her new corner office. She's gotten everything she thought she wanted. Great job, social media followers, family pride, academic success. Her phone buzzes all day with messages from people asking for her advice, her opinion, her attention. She's finally become the person everyone needs. So why does she feel like she's vanishing? Maya stares at her reflection in the office window. For a moment, she doesn't know who's looking back at her. The face is the same, but the eyes are empty. She's become a perfect mirror, showing people whatever they want to see. But mirrors don't have anything real inside them. They're just glass with silver paint, creating fake images where nothing actually exists. Maya has gotten everything she thought she wanted by becoming everything she thought others wanted. And somewhere along the way, she's lost track of who she really is under all the acting. Her phone rings. It's Carmen.
Maya, I did what you taught me. I got that girl in trouble by making everyone think she was the real bully. It worked perfectly. I feel amazing.
Maya hears the excitement in her sister's voice. The same excitement she used to feel when her tricks worked. And she realizes she's created something terrible. Not Carmen. Herself. Because here's the most horrible truth about approval addiction. It's not really about getting love from people. It's about being terrified that you might not deserve it. So you never let yourself find out. You trade away pieces of who you really are, bit by bit, until there's nothing left but an empty shell that perfectly matches what everyone else expects. Maya got her approval. She got her success. She got everything she thought would make her happy. But the cost was her soul. And the most messed up part? She'd do it all over again. Because the alternative, facing who she really is without other people's validation, scares her more than staying trapped in this beautiful empty prison she's built around herself. Maya hangs up the phone and looks out at the city below. Millions of people, each desperately wanting approval, each willing to give up pieces of themselves to get it. She's not special. She's just willing to admit the price she's paid. But admitting something without having the courage to change it is just another type of lying. So let me ask you again. How many pieces of yourself have you already given away? How many times today did you say yes when you meant no? How many times did you smile when you wanted to cry? How many times did you agree when you wanted to fight back? Your soul isn't sold in one big dramatic moment with thunder and lightning. It's given away in 1,000 small compromises. Each one easier than the last. Each one justified by the promise of being accepted. Until one day you wake up and realize you've become a complete stranger to yourself. A perfect, empty copy of what everyone else wanted you to be. Maya's story isn't a warning. It's a mirror. And the person looking back at you might be more familiar than you want to admit. Thanks for sticking with me through this dark trip into human psychology. If the story made you think, go ahead and hit that like button and tell me what you're thinking in the comments. Subscribe to Golden Thorns for more stories that'll make you question everything you think you know about people. And if you want to help keep this channel going, check out the donation link in the description or scan the QR code in the bottom right corner. You'll also find links to other series that explore different dark sides of human nature. Until next time, remember this. The most dangerous lies are the ones we tell ourselves about who we really are. Sleep well.